So you want to be a lucky fuck? Well, in this video, I'm going to go over how you can increase your luck. Now, luck seems like this ethereal thing that you can't really affect much. Some people have it, some people don't. But believe it or not, you could actually increase your luck in a very simple way. But first, why care about increasing your luck? If you're coming from the self-development hustle culture, then you might think, I don't need luck. As long as I'm still doing the right thing and putting in the hard work, I'll be successful. But without luck, you're not going to be able to accomplish much. Let's say you want to be a comic. You could be the funniest person alive and all day write jokes, but if you go out and no one comes to your show to laugh at your jokes, it doesn't matter. You're not going to be a top tier comic. This comes down to your luck. So how do we get luckier? Well, the ancient philosopher Seneca figured it out thousands of years ago when he said, luck is when opportunity meets preparedness. Simple enough. Be luckier, you got to increase your opportunities and increase your preparedness. So first, I'm going to go over a couple ways on how you can increase the amount of opportunities you experience. First tip is to go to more places. Let's say you go and you want to work on your book that you're writing. And instead of working on at your desk like usual, where there's no one around, just you and your thoughts, instead you decide to go to a Starbucks. And when you go to Starbucks, you order a drink and you sit down, start to work, your drink gets called, you go over to grab it, and someone else goes at the same time. It turns out you both have the same name. You talk for a little bit, it turns out it's actually your drink, and you start to have a conversation. And as you're talking, you find out this guy's also writing a book and he needs an editor and is willing to pay. Luckily for you, you've been working on your own book and have some experience in the field, and you offer to do it. Simply because you went out and do your work at Starbucks instead of alone at your own desk. You got a freelance job and make some extra money. Whenever you go out to random places, you never know who you're gonna meet. Second tip to increase your opportunities is do more things. Now, we all have things that we want to do in life, but a lot of the time we'd rather just sit in bed and watch Netflix. But what opportunities are you actually gonna get by watching Breaking Bad for the 4th time? Not many. Not only that, by going out and doing things, you actually are automatically having a connection with the people you're doing it with. You never know by signing up for that jiu-jitsu class that you're gonna find someone and talk to them, and it turns out at their company, they're looking for someone to fill a role that you have the exact qualifications for. Or they might even be the perfect person to help you start your next side hustle. So sign up for that guitar lesson, go to karate class, or even go out for trivia night. You never know who you're gonna meet. Tip number 3 is to talk to more people. Now, this kind of aligns with the previous 2 tips, but what I'm trying to say here is find ways to start conversations with people that you might not even know at all. Maybe they're wearing something that you like and give them a compliment, or they're doing something that you find interesting and ask them about it. Not only will that person appreciate the random act of kindness, but you never know if it's gonna start a conversation and you make a new connection right there. My 4th tip is to tell the universe what you want. Now, I don't mean go in your backyard, scream into the sky, I want my podcast to be successful. What I'm saying is, bring it up in conversations what your ambitions and goals are. Now, don't force it and be obnoxious and just force that you started your new podcast in someone, but instead find ways to develop it into the conversation. You don't know if that person you're talking to is able to help you pursue your own goal that otherwise they would have had no idea about if you never brought it up. So now I've gone over how you can increase your opportunities. There's the other half of the equation to worry about, which is your preparation and being more prepared in general. Now, we could obviously all be training more, maybe reading more, doing some studying, but I'm just gonna go over some 4 tips I think are generally more applicable to any opportunity that arises. First tip is to increase your attractiveness. People just trust and like people more who are more attractive. So you might be thinking, how can I do that? I'm the way I am, I can't change it. But there's actually a lot you can do to increase your attractiveness. 1, start working out, go to the gym, get in shape. Increase your posture, be more hygienic, shave daily, brush your teeth, wear deodorant, the simple things. Another way you can increase your attractiveness is to dress 1 level higher than an occasion requires. If you're going out for a night, get some drinks. Instead of wearing a t-shirt, maybe wear a button-up. If you're going to class, maybe wear some khakis instead of sweatpants. Simple things like this can make you stand out just a little bit more than everyone else, and people will like you more because of it. Second tip is to increase your charisma. So some ways you could do this is by reading more. Now, by reading or listening to audiobooks or interesting podcasts, you can actually develop your vocabulary more and people will think you're a little smarter than you are and maybe it'll get you that job in the future. Another way to increase charisma is by mastering your voice. Whether this be understanding how to change your tone, volume, and rhythm to engage people and make it more appealing to listen to you. Maybe even take vocal lessons and learn how to control your voice. And one more way to increase your charisma is by talking to more people. Charisma is a muscle, so the more you talk to people, the more you're going to develop this muscle and make it stronger. Whether it be you learn how to understand people more, learn how to listen better, or learn just what people want to hear.
Hey, Cade from the future now, a little while later. I forgot actually one more big tip I highly recommend. Check out the channel Charisma on Command. I'm watching their videos for a while now, and they have great advice for increasing your charisma. Definitely recommend watching their whole catalog. They even have a course called Charisma University. I haven't taken it yet, but I hear many great things about it, so maybe consider taking that. Okay, back to what old Kate's saying.
My third tip to increase your preparedness is to have a goal in life. Now, what good of all these opportunities that are coming to you if you have nothing to act on? If you have no direction in life, then an opportunity isn't going to help you head in a certain way because you have no way you're going. If you don't have a destination in mind, then what good is someone who can say, get you to the closest town faster, gonna do for you? If there's no reason for you to head there, then that shortcut isn't gonna do anything for you. My fourth tip is to take more risks. With no risks, there's no reward. And yes, by taking more risks, you are risking failing, but one, failing is a good thing, and two, the more risks you take, the more likely you are to succeed in those risks. Now, when I talk about risks, you might be thinking, oh, I can make this risky investment and double my money. But another kind of risk is being willing to not have people like you. If you're honest and tell people what you want, then yes, you are gonna shove some people away because they don't want to be in the same path as you. But by doing that, you're saving time and energy because you're not wasting it trying to please someone who isn't going to benefit you at all. Not only that, but they're going to be out of your way and allow people who are on the same path as you to come into your life and push you further, or maybe even guide you to the next destination. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I increased your luck skill today, and maybe I helped you get that new job or maybe start your next side hustle. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.